Hello to those of you who are watching on YouTube. There are no viewers yet for my stream, but hello YouTube watchers. I was recently watching a video from another game developer on YouTube, and he was talking about the momentum it takes to keep working on a project, and that his philosophy was that you should have no 0 days, or no days where you don't do something to advance your work on game development. I don't know if I'm ready to devote that much time to it, but I think I can do more than once a week, and I think that if I want to keep my momentum up, I need to. So, and that's why I'm getting on tonight. That, and I was thinking about it, and I really want to start on this scoring system. So, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'd like to create just a text file, honestly. I don't know if there's a way to make a note in Unity, but that's what I'd like to do. Is this README here? Just copy this. Okay. Let's do show in Explorer. Do assets, and then we'll do new text file. Let's call this score design. Then I'm gonna open this up. So I wanna make a new, let me zoom in a bit. So I wanna make a new class. Score, and I want it to have some, I'm gonna like kinda, try to design a bit more explicitly. It's something I haven't done a lot in the past, but I'm going to try to design what the API looks like. So just as like notes here, let's talk about what we have in the game. So in the game we've got these gems, and we've got enemies, and then we've got the goal from getting start to finish. Okay, and then there's speed boosts and jump pads. I don't know if we want to have any score associated with those things right now, but we should design a system that can be easily extensible, but does not need to be modified to do so. That's the open-close principle from Solid. So let's take a look at that. So we have something like handle. Let's make a note down here. So we got gems, enemies, and then we have like our time to get to the end goal. So handle gems, handle enemies, so I'm imagining one of these gets called every time you collect a gem or kill an enemy. And and there's the time. So I'd like the I'd like to be able to see the score on the screen at all times. So I'll get current score. And this is going to return an integer. Like a note used to display on GUI. Every time a gem is collected. And then this should be called, I don't know, every time the countdown changes. And then we have I think you use a minus here to denote private. So we've got calculate score. So let's talk about the responsibility of the scorer class. I'm gonna calculate the So that's the responsibility of the class. So I've been reading up on solids, so I'm talking about the solid principles. Responsibility is a single responsibility is one of the principles of solid. That's actually the first one. And another way that they talk about responsibility is that it's a reason to change. So we only want to have a single responsibility. And so the only reason that the scorer class should change is if there is a change to the game score. Okay. I don't quite know what I want my score algorithm to be. I want it to be some sort of balance of gems versus time. I'm thinking that I want it to be like score per time is linear, and then score per gem is equal to the score, like gem score, is equal to gems squared or something like that. I don't know. I have to figure out the the balancing later, and then I think that maybe killing enemies grants you more time. Just like you can go around and collect all the different gems, but it's obviously going to take more time, so I want that to be sort of balanced there. I think I need some other classes. So I think I need a class that's like gem counter. And then responsibility. The single responsibility of the gem counter is to count and report the number of gems collected. And then maybe a reason to change. A reason for this class to change would be if I don't know. I guess if there was a change to how gems were counted. Like maybe there's a 5 times gem. And in that case you would need to you need to be able to detect if it's that special kind of gem. Okay. So I think we need similar classes for a bunch of other counters, so we need well, let's sort of scope out what the main API might look like. So we would want to have get number of gems. That returns an int. Or more simply, get count. Okay. I might be over designing here, but I'm thinking that maybe we could have a base class that's like counter, and that has this get count thing, and then the gem counter inherits from counter, or it's like an interface. I don't know if C# has pure interfaces like Java has. I know in C++ you have to just make it a pure virtual function. And then there would be something like increment count. I don't know if this can be private or not. I'm thinking that this gets passed to some callback and it gets called every time the whatever happens, whatever counting happens. Like for the gem, the callback gets passed to all of the colliders for the gems. Hi, one viewer. How's it going? Wow, I have quite a lot of users in my viewer list right now. I think most of these guys are bots, though. One person who may or may not be real. Can you say hi and just like put a comment in the chat? Okay, guess not. I'm also thinking we have something like a kill counter. Oh. Notepad++ was acting kind of weird there. Okay, I'm thinking then we want to have some sort of So the scorer, I'm thinking of this like an observer pattern. So the counters can be used for lots of things. They could be used for the score, they could be used for GUI, they could be, I don't know, used for something else. Maybe not lots of things. It can be used for a few things. So we want a way to like have a callback for the counters. Register listener. Takes any Unity action, something like that. I think that's what it's called. Now I'm wondering if I need something like, I need to have a separate scorer for each kind of score. And the main score just aggregates them. I don't think so. So, handle gem score. Handle enemy score. score. Maybe these guys actually do return values. Maybe this is, then we have like an update score function. Okay, well, I may have to come back to this after I've had some time to think about it. I have something else I wanted to do tonight still, but I'm struggling to think of what the best design is. So what I would like is for the counter to be able to register this function with all of the different gems, like the gem counter. Register the increment counter with all of the individual gems. And then when it gets collected, it calls all of the listeners, all of the observers. Observer. And then other things can register with the counter to be notified whenever it updates. So that way it kind of funnels like this. There's lots of things to count, and then it all funnels to one counter, and then lots of things can listen to that counter. Sort of like an hourglass shape. So then whenever the count is updated, it calls all of the observers functions. And so that would be like update score. And then update score goes through, it calls calculate. I think it just calls. So I think this thing just calls. Called by various counter registries. Okay, so then the calculate scores goes and calls on the individual calculate gem score, calculate enemy score, calculate time score. Although it seems like the enemy is not really like a score thing. It might not be the best best way to do that. Okay, I kind of want to draw this. I've got like all the gems. I've got all the enemies. And then I've got the time. And then I've got gem counter. And then we might have various things that listen to the various counters. So we've got maybe here we've got the GUI. And then we've got the score. And I don't know what else yet. But then we've got the enemy counter. Okay, and then we have like this sort of a relationship. The only thing is that I think actually I might, now that I'm thinking about it, I might want to have a gem scorer. And an enemy scorer. I don't know for sure. I'll call this the time scorer. Okay, and then now I'm thinking that up here we've got like the main scorer. Something like some sort of design like this. What do we think of that? So then we have a function like Recalculate Score, and this guy's void, and it's like called by counter. And then we have a private function that's like notify observer. And this takes in an int, transvoid. Calculates the score of an element. Does it change to how that game element is scored? So that seems like a smaller set of responsibilities. And then we also need to have a register observer here. So this way we have the counters, and they're not really attached to the scorers because like the kill counter, for example, doesn't translate into a score, it translates into additional time. So that's kind of what I'm thinking here. All right, I think that's a pretty good start for this design here. I'm going to save this picture into projects, platform, micro game, class assets, and for design. Okay. That's a good design session. Now, with just a few more minutes, I want to go and try and time myself. See how long it takes. Got a stopwatch here on my phone. I'm going to see how long it takes me to go from the start to finish. If I try to go as fast as I can, just like ignoring all the gems and everything. Alright, gotta restart. Okay, I need to figure out how the jump thing works because I need to turn that off now. Platformer model, I saw this. So, here. The main model containing needed data to implement a platformer style game. This class should only contain data and methods that operate on the data. It is initialized with data in the game controller class. So the player, and then we have the player controller. We have the game controller here. So, I'm like convinced this thing doesn't work quite right. Because according to this, it should be about 0.5, but it's like it's set to 0 whenever I start. So how does this get called? Player in the player controller. We're looking for platformer model. Here's model. So then there's this other thing called simulation. What is this? Simulation.getModel. I don't know what's causing that to go to 0. Another bug to look into. I'll make note of it. Is the value of 1.5 saved or what? This looks like 0.9. Okay, here we go. Jump. Deceleration gets set to 0. Bug for later. Alright. For now, I'm gonna pick something that's reasonable. Something that feels good. So I'm gonna set this to 1.5 for jump modifier. So the jump modifier of 1.5 is obviously huge. So I don't really think I like the jump deceleration much at all. I kind of like it that if you and that there isn't much variation how high you can jump. It's a lot easier to predict how you're gonna move and stuff. Anyways. Cool. Okay, he made it to the end and he did a thumbs up, but it never ended. Okay. Oh yeah, it was the first time I actually got to the end. So that took me about 1 minute and 6 seconds. yeah, I think make a note of this here. Running through as quick as I could. Equals, let's say, just 65 seconds. I don't think I did that very gracefully. Now, I would want to get, next time I want to get some sort of run where I go and collect all the gems and see how it trades off to go for the sorry. How it goes for the gems versus the time. I want those to be pretty balanced. So I think that's a good start. Alright. Thank you for checking out the stream. If you're watching live, appreciate that. If you're watching on YouTube, you can always come and join with me live and talk with me, say stuff in the chat, and I could use your creative ideas, or you can just say hi and chat with me. All that's cool. But it's a chance to get pretty direct contact with me. If you're watching on YouTube and you don't feel like joining the stream, or you can't because of when it is and whatnot, then go ahead and leave a comment on the video. If you have any suggestions, I'm ready to hear them. I recently fixed another issue with my audio. I think I got the volume good enough now, but there was another issue where it was only coming through the left channel, and I didn't know how to fix that, but I figured it out in Twitch. So that should be fixed now too. You should be able to hear me in both ears. So leave a like if you enjoyed this. Move on over to Twitch, give a follow, do the subscribe thing. The same thing everyone else says in all of their videos. Alright, have a nice night.